Hey, how's it going? It's the April favorites, ins and outs, the Yup Sesh. Let's go. What was that? The white and blue Oxford shirts parade through the streets, and there I see a moment of solace. A lone bench meant for me. I sit and bask in sun. I look up from my book and watch people pass. New things, old faces. I can't seem to keep up with my finances. Time is just as good as money, and that escapes me too. I should be home, I should be editing, I should be reading, I should really call up that friend to catch up because we actually haven't properly spoken in a year and a half. Are they actually still my best friend? I should call my mother. Barley tea and fewer cups of coffee. The sun does all the doing for me sometimes. My ice cream was too cold to eat, and now it's a sweet milk to drink, still cold. That's radical compassion. I met Patti Smith. Someone asked her, "What do you think about death?" To which she said, "We're very good friends. Can I be a friend to you? How can I be a son to you?" Okay, let's do this. April was okay. I really don't know where it went. It was nice while we had it because proper spring. There were glorious, glorious days of sun, and to that, I thank spring for finally being spring. I think I talked a bit about how spring was not springing, but we're here. Let's go faves, media of the month, ins and outs. Let's do this. First fave, I want to talk about file holders. I'm someone who works in a field where I require documents on me all the time, so I like to carry them in these A4 little sachets, if you will. It's L-shaped like that. This one is by the artist Kentaro Okawara. He just does these like fun Matisse-ish drawings. They're really just to spark joy and little delights. I was so honored he even signed it for me. It's really hard to see. Super cute. I don't know if I talked about this one very much, but this is from the Ryuichi Sakamoto exhibit that I saw in February, was it? Seeing Sound, Hearing Time. This one's fun. Looks like that. Again, L-shape. I think these are just actually really popular in Southeast Asia for students and like office workers. I feel like just everyone has one and you can find one in stationery stores all the time. Love this. This one just carries random posters. I've been meaning to put these up maybe for like, I don't know. I'm actually quite content with like my wall real estate. Like I like keeping this entire wall blank in case I have to put a book up or something. And then on the other side, the real estate's fine. So I don't feel keen on putting anything up, really. That's what this folder is hosting. Next fave was meeting Patti Smith. Had the great pleasure of going with Carrie from Carrie Cakes and Cherin. And it was, yeah, wonderful. We actually like kind of snuck in to hear her speak. It was like this special ticket where it was the exhibition ticket with a talk that she had for like about an hour or so. That sold out real quick, but we managed to sneak in. It's such a delight to always hear one of your role models just like speak. Mind you, I've only read Just Kids, but I listened to a lot of Patti Smith growing up. I saw her for free once, which was insane, at the Hardly Strictly Bluegrass Festival in San Francisco. I think it was 2015, 2016, something like that. She played, of course, great hits like Gloria and Because the Night, and she was still going quite strong. Like her voice was just like magnetic and beautiful. To see her in person and talk, she talks in a way where she mumbles and drifts off and then talks about like ideas that come to her in the moment, then that might become projects later on, and I'm just like, what a woman, what a woman. Love her to death. I've only read Just Kids, so if anyone's read any other Patti Smith, which one should I lean into next? Next fave is loitering at Kyobo. So this is the equivalent of loitering at like a Barnes and Noble's without having to get a drink at like the attached Starbucks. I forget, but okay, at least the two that I grew up next to, I wasn't allowed to take my Starbucks drink outside of the Starbucks area, right? So I would have to like bring the book, but it was okay to bring the book into the Starbucks area. I don't know what it was, and I don't know what the rules are for each individual Barnes & Nobles when I used to go growing up. Kyobo also has a Starbucks, but You could get better coffee, honestly. I love loitering there because they have tables, individual tables, where you can just sit down and read your book. You don't have to buy anything, no one bothers you, and sometimes I just like going after work just to get some work done or just to get some reading in, because I know damn well that when I get home, the pants come off and I don't bother with reading sometimes. So it's the dedicated space and time. The loitering, dedicated space and time for loitering, that makes things great. Also great place to more loitering, guys. Another fave of the month is meeting Roisin from Roisin's Reading. What a delight. It's always so wonderful to meet another booktuber, someone out in the space, online to offline. It's always so great. And yeah, it was wonderful. We did all of the most Nathan things you could do. Oh, she also went to the Patti Smith show. We had some food, we had some meat, coffee, she tea, and went to Kyobo. She picked up Hongong. It was necessary. And now I'm telling her she needs to read Patti Smith because she has not read Patti Smith. That it's a must. And yeah, it was just so lovely. Our time was short, but long. I don't know, time is weird. But it was a rainy Seoul day. We had good company. And yeah, can't wait to see her whenever I'm in London. Okay, last fave is a consumable. It is the Logitech. Hey, tech reviewer here. The Logitech keys to go to. This is so annoying, but I just write better when I have a keyboard. So this works quite well with my iPad. It works via Bluetooth. Here, if you see, there's these 3 gray buttons here where you can pair it with 2 other devices, one of which I pair with my phone. You just turn this button on. It is powered by 2 disc batteries that guarantees you 3 years of life, battery life, right up here. You like that? Like, not too obnoxious, so when I am typing in Kyobo, it's fine, it's nice. I've got these in Korean as well, because sometimes I have to do things in Korean at work sometimes. Yeah, this is just nice to have. I got it in this boring ass gray color, because these sausages are dirty. That I know. And I love it because there's this magnetic closure. The body is silicone, it's very light. I always considered getting like one of those attached keyboard cases, like the Magic Keyboard, but they're heavy. They just add more space and weight to the device itself, and I thought, meh. And this one is just nice because I can just connect it as I please with any device, and I don't have to like take off the cover and such. Okay, let's go through media of the month real quick. We'll do music. The playlist is out. The theme is radical compassion. Love is not just for me. Love is not just for any lover. Love is for all. That is the theme. I'm going to continue wearing my heart on my shoulder. Nope, that's not the expression. I'm gonna continue wearing my heart on my sleeve. I used to be more dumb about it though. I'm smarter. Or, no, I'm not smarter. I'm wiser. I thought about songs that felt like full bloom to me. So the playlist starts off with a track by Piero Piccioni called Happiness, and it just delights. It hums in and vibrates and echoes these really fun, upbeat tempos that make you happy. It's in delight that I want to take part in when I wear my heart on my sleeve. We got the Gorillaz on here. Dare. I think this is TikTok trickle-down music economy, but this album, I forget, is like incredible. Not just for its time, but still to this day, it's phenomenal. We've got some other great tracks. I've got One Day by Bjork, slides into Ginseng Love by Wendell Harrison. That's very chimey, echoes the warmth and vibrancy of spring. We got The Adults Are Talking, and this is for you, Ewan, if you're watching. I made a joke at the table, and I had said something to a friend in passing, in a whisper. He was like, what are you guys talking about? And I had said, The Adults Are Talking. And he said, do people still listen to The Strokes? And I had said, why did you mention The Strokes? And I was an idiot. Of course I knew. Of course I knew. So this one's for you. I'm adding this one in for you. Of course we have the new Lorde track in here. Y'all. Big melodrama fan. So happy that she's back with that sound. Oh, so good. Oh, okay, this is fun. So I have The Adults Are Talking, which slides into the recent Pink Pantheress single called Tonight, which is such a bop. Slides in quite nicely, actually. And then Tonight into What Was That? actually works really well. And then, hear me out on this, what was that? Into The Magnificent Seven by the Cincinnati Pops Orchestra. A little Western tune. Really works. It's the toughness and the power of Lord swells into a great Western. Works, I tell you. Also, I wanted to make sure I included an I Dress song in here. I have been listening to the new album off and on throughout the month. It's that like surfer rock, grimy sound that I missed. I miss like old indie music from time to time, and that sound is back, and they do it so well here. Which slides in beautifully to this other track I can't pronounce, but it's by Marta Kubisova. A really cute, lethargic track that I found by way of a movie that I watched recently. It was a weird Czech film, absurdist, but like beautifully done. If anyone's watched Daisies, it kind of has that vibe. Ends with Love Songs by DiArIeS, which samples a bunch of like love songs, time and history. Really fun to really measure out like what is love within radical compassion. I spoke on too long about that. Playlist is out, remember, 11-second crossfade. I set it up in a way where the songs really bleed beautifully into each other. But yeah. But if we were to talk about album of the month, a lot of great music, guys. The new Tennis album is really gorgeous. Lord single, of course. The Haim singles are also great. Pink Panthers just dropped another single, which is amazing. But really, the album that really did it for me in April was TV Girls' Philenium with George Clanton. There is such an easygoing nature to TV Girls' music. This one is definitely more pedestrian, but I couldn't stop thinking about the Gorillaz when I was listening to this entire album. There's just this like easygoingness to it, where this is the kind of music that you, when you're given the aux, you play. It just brings me back to like being able to enjoy days without days of abandonment. Just like those dog days summers where you didn't have any obligations, pressures, principles, because you could just lounge around, stare up the ceiling, and not do anything. Sometimes that sounds so nice to me. And I can't allow that for myself sometimes because I'm just like, I have to be doing the next thing because I have so much to do, honestly. There are a million other things I have to be doing. But yeah, that's all I wanted to say on that. Film of the month, although I did watch 2 good Kurosawa films. I mean, anything that Kurosawa does is great. I watched Written on the Wind, which is my first Douglas Sirk film. More thoughts on this in my movie wrap-up, so look out for that, but melodrama at its finest. Lauren Bacall and Rock Hudson in this. Oh, I just miss movies like this. The great soap opera. Fine work. And let's see, books of the month? To be honest, I haven't been really, I'm really upset about my April reading wrap-up, but I'm currently doing this as a buddy read with Noor from Noor's bookshelf. So good. The Door, Magda Szabo. Oh my god. I can't believe it's taken me so long to get to this. But y'all were right. This is like intensely great. It's just looking at who is the master of the house, who actually has power, and how does power shift in between people? Where does love lie in between power? Anyway, I'll stop at that. But this will be, I'll probably finish this today. If anyone must know, I'm filming this 1st of May. Okay, all right, let's get into some ins. Disposable whites and no more expensive white tops. Y'all, look at this. Look at this. Ugh, I've done everything. I've done everything to try and get out this kimchi stain. It will not come out. It will not come out. I know $80 is quite a lot of money to throw at a basic white ass polo. It's from the brand Noang. I love this brand to death. It's one of those OG Korean brands. If you know, you know, like way back in the day. I feel like most Korean brands that started way back, like 2014, don't exist anymore. The only other ones that do are Otter Air, and that's it. Some of the other ones are just like gone. They don't exist anymore, sadly. But so do not invest anymore in expensive white shirts. And invest in a basic white shirt that, you know, line cooks wear and such. I know that thing about the bear and the shirt being really extremely expensive. But what I have found is that my favorite white shirt actually is from Coupang, which is the Amazon of Korea, if you will. Yeah, really comfortable, really soft, great cut, and just overall silhouette. It could work as an undershirt or just like a basic white shirt, so that I love. Another in is complimenting people on their outfits. I know, so basic, but kid you not, I did it once and I got a guy's Instagram, so ayy. And now he's become my style inspo. It's so funny how you meet someone. This was at a cafe and I was just like, whoa, I really like your outfit. Like, could you give me an OOTD breakdown? And he just went at it and he was really happy that someone appreciated it. Through looking at his Instagram, I was just so delighted to see his style and it's just fun. And now we're moots. I love making friends like that. Okay, I've said this before, but let me remind y'all. Perfume cards in between your notebooks. Right now I have Tambourine's Botari, which I love. Perfume card there. Also got it on the other side. Here it is. It just remains fragrant. Ah, I love it so much. So every time I write in it, I just smell like myself. Like I love myself. Okay, let's get to some outs. Hype. I'm so done with hype. I'm not gonna jump on the hype train anymore. This goes for everything. Mostly clothes, trends, even cafes now. I'm just like, I don't need to go to the newly opened cafe, but probably best because that's when it's still a bit low-key. I follow, like, I mean, they have a big following too, but like, there's certain Instagram cafe photographers and they get first dibs of like the first new cafe. Usually I'll turn to them if I'm like really cafe hunting. I'm always looking for a good cafe to work at, that's all. Even for a majority of that, I'm just like, I could pass. Yeah, I'm just so done following hype. The way some people have hyped this book up, oh my god. Poo-poo. I'm so sorry, that was so boring. I get it. If you have not watched Groundhog Day, this is good. It's like a fun thing to have. I was just really disappointed in this. Got some good highlights in it, but not that much. On the calculation of volume 1 by Salvej, Balle. No more hype. It's gonna follow my instincts. If I see something that I like, then I will follow suit. Because looking at my TBR right now, I'm just disgusted with myself, so we got some work to do. Next out is following Instathought accounts. Taken the great pleasure of unfollowing a bunch earlier this year, but it has to become a daily practice. Maybe like once a month, I'll do like a clean out of unfollowing a bunch of people. Mostly Instathought accounts, because before it was just like, oh my god, they're so pretty, and we objectify, we are simple, I'm boy. But I realized that like it feeds into a lot of like body image issues, and so I stopped following a bunch of those accounts. But then at the same time, it's just like, what's the point? What is the point of following this? What am I hungry for? Because this feeds nothing, honestly. And so I will only follow an Instathought account if it belongs to a model. And even on top of that, the model has to have a personality. Because if the model does not have a personality, I do not care. And if the model has a great sense of style, that I will follow. Because I think some models out there have great sense of styling outside of how they're styled. That's always fun to see, how they piece things together, how they stitch a life together, honestly. But yeah, that's also mostly through TikTok, which I should kind of declutter, and god, TikTok is poison. Okay, one more out, last out, is having alone in the title of video and you not being alone? Oh my god, some of your favorite creators, 2 or 3 of them, have recently posted videos of having alone in the title of their video, and they were not alone. Ooh, bugs the doo-doo out of me, let me tell you. I am just like, as someone who grew up extremely alone and extremely introverted, this just offends me sometimes. Because some of these videos that I watched, there were people, they had like lunch or coffee with people, and I'm just like, that is not alone. Do you know what being alone means? I don't think you do. Bugs the doo-doo out of me. I'm so sorry, but please get that out of your title, because that is just clickbait and that is awful. God. Anyway, how was April for you? Let me know what your favorite thing in April was for you. And as always, if I mentioned any books in this video, which I think I did, I'm a Blackwell's affiliate. So if you enjoyed me talking about any of these books, please consider using my affiliate link downstairs for these books or any of your other bookish needs. And as always, be well, do good work, keep in touch. I just realized I never have like a proper, oh no, I don't need to thumbnail this time. Usually, if anyone must know, usually for these videos, I usually just let YouTube pick for me because YouTube's smart. All right, adios folks.